All right, I've been noticing a lot of comments coming back this week in our feedback with the coaches. Maybe it's just me, but I've talked to some other coaches and we've been hearing about some sore wrists and some wrist problems as they've been doing the workouts. Now, if you haven't been doing these style of workouts in the past, and you're gripping dumbbells a lot of that can be just a tight grip. And then when we start getting down on the ground and pushing off, we're feeling like we've got really sore wrists or whatnot. So I thought what we could do is we could go through a proper wrist activation. Now this is something that's great to do pre-workout or after we've done our stretches and your hands are feeling sore, tight your forearms after you've done a lot of dumbbell work. This is a great one to do post-workout as well. So with that, just gotta get down on the ground on your knees, and it's just a matter of about 30 seconds for each one. So the first rep, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take with our palms forward, right? We're down here, and we're pulling back ever so slightly. So we feel a little bit of pull through those forearms and that wrist, okay? So we're just pulling back ever so slightly. Just keeping those shoulders overhead and then just pulling back a little bit. You'll feel a great stretch in those wrists. Okay, doing that for 30 seconds, keeping that weight back on them for 30 seconds. Then we would turn those hands around, right? Fingers are spread apart, and we would go ahead, right? We should feel a stretch on the back side of those wrists now. Still some of that forearm, but getting those shoulders ahead of those hands if possible, and holding that for 30 seconds. If that's too much and you just want to rock it back and forth slowly, that will help as well. After that, we're going to take those hands and we're going to point them to the side, okay? So, pointing them to the side, elbows locked, just leaning over on that one wrist, right? Get a little bit of pulse, if that helps, 30 seconds. Then we're going to switch over to the other hand, and again, the same thing. And you're probably going to feel that one's way easier than the other because you're going to have better mobility in one wrist maybe versus the other. Okay, after we're done that, our final would be to take our wrists and put them down on the ground, right? Palms facing up towards you. So, palms facing up towards you, and then just keeping those elbows locked, pulling it back towards you. Now this one you're going to feel a lot more resistance. You might feel a lot more pull in the wrist. Take it easy. Just keep gentle pressure on it. The more often you do this, the better range of motion you're going to get in those wrists. That will help you for gripping on dumbbells. When you get back into the gym, you start doing lots of barbell work. Not a bad one to do a lot. It's just part of good activation, right? You're all athletes out here now. The workouts you're doing, this is not just going through the motions. You are all doing athletic workouts. So your range of motion will really either impede your workouts or maybe even lead you more prone to injury. So I encourage you to really start thinking of your mobility as to how it can improve the quality of your workouts, give you better range of motion, and just generally feel better after doing these.